Hey guys. No, no. Hi. As you can see, there's another change of scenery. I like to keep you guys on your feet. I'm outside in my garden because I don't want to be talking in my room and have somebody come in and be like, hey, son, you know, because that happens in my family. Nobody knocks. These are my doggos. There's a third dog. Yes. Oh, there might be bugs out here. This was a bad idea. What? Shut up. Yeah, these are two of my German Shepherds. What is up, Kyle? This is Absol, like the Pokemon. This white buddy. And this the other one. His name. What the heck? Oh, that's our other dog, Kona. She's not a German Shepherd. Did I say his name was Diesel? I don't remember. Anyway. This is... Oh. Guys, not in front of my subscribers. This was probably a bad idea, but we're gonna roll with it. Calm the freak down. You're dirty. Oh, okay. So, yes, this is the video you guys have been waiting for. How to become a Rotary exchange student. These tips and tricks and secrets that I'm about to tell you will probably work with any country, but let's be real, you guys are here for Japan. It's all about Japan, I know. So if you want to be a Rotary exchange student to Japan, he who has an ear, let him hear. Let us begin. I'm sorry if my dogs are distracting. So I have a little handy dandy list with me, so don't forget what I'm talking about. What the frick? He's like biting me. It's weird. So the first step that you need to do is figure out where your local Rotary Club is. It doesn't matter like what country you live in. There's like Rotary Clubs all over. You probably didn't even know you had a Rotary Club. It might be like 5 minutes from your house. So mine was 10 minutes away from my house, away from my dinky farm town country road. You're dirty, go away. Gross, sit. Why is this like a puppy soiree? Okay, what was I saying? No, don't touch my phone. Find your local Rotary Club. Google it, ask your parents, ask your friends, ask your church family if you have one, your mosque family if that's a thing, I don't know. Do that, find it, call them up or email them and say, hey, be very polite and formal, but like basically like, hey, I'm interested in being a Rotary Youth Exchange student. Don't mention what country you want to go to yet. Say that for later. Say that and they will most likely get back to you. It'll probably be best to go in person. So I found the Rotary Club basically through researching like top 10 whatever most best ways to study abroad or whatever. That Rotary's the best, hands down. It's the best. Least expensive. I know studying abroad is expensive, but it is the best out of like everything that it includes. They should be sponsoring this, the free plug for them. For me, it was like $6,000, like flat fee. That included plane ticket and like housing expenses. The host families they're volunteers. So they want exchange students in their house. Because if you go with these paid programs, like when they're paying the host families, they'll treat you like trash. You know, most of the time, if you've heard of those like host family horror stories or whatever. My host families were lit. They were the best. Anyway, step number 2 I think you'll probably, the time you'll want to do it is, okay, basically like at the beginning of the school year. Do it at the beginning of the school year, figure all that stuff out, and then if you get an interview, step number 2, interview, you will get interviewed. This is your club interview. Oh my gosh, I want to be club interview. It'll be, in my case, I'm just gonna tell from like a personal standpoint. Everyone's experience might be different. I had like 3 or 4 people interviewing me, and at the time, they're called like Rotarians, like the people, like Rotary Club members are called Rotarians, and these Rotarians just so happened to be actors in the play that I was in at that time, and so they got to know me, and during like not my scene or whatever, when I didn't need to be on stage, I was studying Japanese, and they saw that and they were like, oh, that's really cool. And I had already set up like an interview with them, and they told me that they were Rotarians, and I was like, that's so cool. And like 1 or 2 of the guys who was in the play, they ended up being my interviewers, which was lit. I don't really remember what kind of questions they asked me, and it would probably be like, why do you want to study abroad? Where do you want to study abroad? Why you think you would be a good fit? Blah, blah, blah. You can use buzzwords like diversity and multicultural. You know, I probably did that just because, yeah. So do that, but make it sound sincere. I was sincere, but you know, those words can be kind of whatever. I honestly don't remember, which isn't much help. Just be honest and talk about pretty much why you love Japan and why you want to study there, and don't make it like, I want to live like the real anime life. I mean, even if that is one of your reasons, it was one of my reasons, but I didn't say that to them. Out of many reasons, so make sure you have like legitimate reasons why. Because like I wanted to like actually learn and study Japanese and experience Japanese school life and like all that stuff. So it's a pretty low pressure interview, but you know, that was my interview, my experience. The later interviews is where it gets like, wow. So yeah, it's very chill, and you'll probably pass that one as long as you just be confident and make sure that you like put it in their mind that you want to go to Japan, but that you're open. Pretend that you're open to going to other countries, even if it's Japan or nothing, because that is what I did. But if you tell them that like your life already involves like the Japanese culture, and like if you've told them that you've already been studying the language, they're more likely to send you to Japan, because that just makes sense. Even they'll play it cool, like, oh, we'll see, or you know, are you gonna be they ask me, are you gonna be upset if you don't get to go to Japan? And I said, whatever, I know that the Rotary Club will choose what's best for me. So I didn't say like, yes, I'd be upset, or no, I wouldn't be upset. I kind of like dodged the question, but you know, they like that stuff. Anyway, if you pass that, somewhere like in between then and the big interview, you'll be filling out like paperwork, writing speeches, writing essays. You'll be writing the speech for the big boy interview, which is next up. Yes, the next interview is the big deal, district interview. So you got your club interview, which is just you and a few Rotarians, And then district interview is like everybody in your like big city. Like I think mine was Houston area. They have like numbers and stuff, but pretty much like a bunch of other kids from the Houston area who wanted to become Rotary Youth Exchange students, we all meet and we all get interviewed intensely. So you want to dress nicely, of course, you know, like standard interview style. Somebody's outside. It's my dad. Dad, no. I went to this big building. I don't remember where it was. And like all the potential, everyone who passed the first interview, so all the potential like outbounds, that's what we're called if we're in our home country and going to a foreign country, we're outbounds. And like the people who we're exchanging with, they're called inbounds. And so like in Japan, I would be an inbound, but in America, like I'm an outbound. It's very confusing, whatever. So we got to meet everybody, be like, oh hi, what country do you want to go to? Most people are like, oh, I don't care, like I go anywhere. You don't want to sound, the kids that I met, most of them were not, go away! Most of them were uncertain and were kind of like apathetic about like where they wanted to go. And I don't know, for me it was just kind of like, okay, because I was like, it's Japan or nothing, like I want to go to Japan. And most people were like, I don't care. And it's like, why, what? I don't know, most people aren't as like goal-oriented as me, or like, I guess I didn't really have any interest. They just like, I want to go to Europe, like, oh my gosh, Eiffel Tower. Sorry if any of you guys are watching this, but like, that's you're not watching. Okay, let's just focus on me right now. Put yourself in my situation, okay? You give your paperwork to the people, and I'm pretty sure your essay is attached or whatever. And of course the essay is like, why I want to study abroad. Why there was a butterfly. In my essay, I made it about Japan because my lifestyle I had already like incorporated like Japanese things in it. Told them like I love Japanese music, I love watching Japanese like TV shows, whether it be like anime or drama, and like I'm studying the language already, and like why I like Japan, why I want to go there, even though they choose your country for you based on what they see. So yeah, the Rotary Club, their thing is you choose like your top 10, then your top like 3. It's you like choose your top like whatever country, whatever they say. At the big interview, I think it was like 3 or 5. And I realized that I might not be able to go to Japan, but if I made them like kind of like remember me, like that's the Japan girl. And they like it when you're certain about things, or if you're determined, because I was determined to go to Japan. So they'll make it seem like, oh, you know, you might not get your number 1 choice. And while that's true, if you do everything in your power to make sure you do everything you can to like sway them to choose you for Japan, like do it. Like even if they say that you don't want to like get your hopes up or anything. It's confusing, but it's all psychological. And when they interviewed me, I made sure to bring up that like I am currently studying and have been studying the Japanese language on my own, even if it was just like listening to music or like watching anime and with subtitles. But I had like books too that I was using, and like CDs and stuff. So it was valid. For the interview style that I went through, it was like 5 different tables with like 5 or 6 different interviewers at each table, and they all asked you like a specific questions. Some questions they repeated, so make sure that you're consistent with your answers. Bye. Oh my gosh. It is very intimidating. Bork bork to you too. It was intimidating for me, but what got me through it was basically like prayer, having your family pray for you, praying like the whole freaking time, just like, please God, let me do good, let me not screw up. And as long as you like smile the whole time and show that you're like open and friendly, you know, they'll like you. Just like make them like you. No, I don't want to. Yeah. And make sure that you're like rememberable. So if you're like, hi, my name is Bob, and I don't care what country I go to. I just really want to study abroad somewhere, and like, yeah, I don't. You want to be like, hi, make sure you like shake everyone's hand. Hi, my name is Sonia Kozik. It is such like an honor to be here. Okay, don't be like that cheesy. But when they ask you questions, just make sure you're smiling. That's just like my default emotion is to like smile and laugh even when I'm like nervous or scared or sad or whatever. I'm just like, I'm gonna die. But you know, that's good. Smiling is good. Please don't knock over my camera. Yes, good for you. Gross. Go away. I am wearing white. Don't touch me. Yeah, that's a tip. Shake hands. Handshake, eye contact. Make sure you make eye contact and smile. If you remember those 3 things, you may possibly will definitely have a better chance than all the other scrubs. No, I don't want no scrub. But yeah, consistent answers. Just basically tell the truth. And if you're an interesting person who is like studying, and if you show interest in like a specific country, they are most likely going to choose you for that country. If you show like a knowledge of the country, an interest, like evidence that you've been like studying the language, and just like all that stuff. Don't be like apathetic. Be biased. That's what I'm saying. Be biased towards your country. And if you are biased, they'll ask you, if you don't get your number 1 choice, will you be upset, or like will you not want to go anymore? They'll ask you that. And like truthfully, I mean, like, yes, I would still go. Like my other choices were somewhere else in Asia, like Taiwan or like South Korea, you know. So like make sure you have a backup. That'll, you know, studying abroad is still like amazing no matter like what country you go to. But like I was like dead set on Japan. So, you know, I said, like, I know that the Rotary Club has my best interests, and like I trust them to choose the country that's best for me. You know, that's what I said. I believe that. But, you know, they like those kind of answers. 'Cause like that's still open-minded, but like biased at the same time. So it's not a bad thing to be biased, no matter what anyone else tells you. And like too much open-mindedness can lead to like apathy or like not caring, you know, and that's not good either. So, after, either like before the interviews or after, you're gonna give a speech, or that's how it was for me anyway. I mean, you probably have to give a speech, and you know, it's basically like condensed version of your essay, or basically like reading your essay, but like, you know, you don't have like note cards or something. But if you're not good at public speaking, get good. Get good. What is up? I had, you know, like training or whatever. I had like multiple like public speaking classes before, and I did theater, so I was like used to it. Of course I still get nervous, but I was used to all that stuff. Oh, it's so hot. You know what? Bye-bye bangs. I don't need you. My kawaii image is being shattered right now. Everyone gets to see my forehead. Just kidding, my 5 head. Anyway, again, when you're giving a speech, smile, and when you mess up, just laugh. You know, that's how I get through my speeches sometimes. I laugh. You can see me embarrassing myself in Japan live. Just kidding, it wasn't live. This is an old video, but oh man, it was so bad. Here's the whatever. Like, go watch that if you want to see me embarrass myself. I like have to. That's my like response is to laugh, right? Yes. Ew! No, don't do that. Sit. Skip me. Sit. I said sit. Sit. Down. Yes. Behave. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you practice your speech. Practice it in front of your mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, goldfish, doggo. Just practice, even if you're by yourself. I don't know, just practice in front of the mirror. Just practice makes perfect. And then after all that is done, you'll be like so relieved. And as long as you know in your heart that you've done everything in your power to convince them that you are right for Japan or whatever country you want to go to. It's all in God's hands. Then, and I just like prayed after, like, please God, I want to go to Japan. Woo. And if you played your cards right, you will get the best phone call of your life saying, hey, Sonia, you are going to Japan. Oh, I think I remember. He was like, hello, Sonia. I was like, yes, hi, Mr. I forgot your name. He was like, how are you? I'm like, I'm good, how are you? He's like, guess what? What? You're going to Japan. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I won't let you down. This is an amazing opportunity. I love you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I told my mom. She was like, yay. She knew I was going to get it from the beginning. Whatever. Yeah, so get that great phone call. And then after that, you fill out tons of paperwork. They'll walk you through that. I won't get too much into that. Paperwork, passports, visas, you know, yes, all that good stuff. And while you're doing that, you'll have a lot of like orientations / like parties, kind of. Orientation parties or like meetings where you'll get to meet everybody else who passed the big district interview and stuff. And in my group, I was the only one going to Japan. And I heard that they're picky about who they send to Japan because Japan is like completely different from the American culture, at least. Probably like other cultures as well. But, you know, that means I'm special. And at those orientations, you'll be giving more speeches as well. That's how it was for me, again. And you'll just get to meet everybody, and they're basically meetings telling you like what to expect on exchange, the proper way to act on exchange, and if you have any like questions about like stuff like that, I can get more into detail about that. But and we also got the chance to meet like, inbound students. We were outbounds, you know, terminology. So like inbounds from like Japan, Belgium, Germany, like all the kids who were studying abroad, like while we were in training, basically. And there was one girl from Japan who I'm still friends with, and actually met her at the big district interview, and I just like went up to her right away and like introduced myself in Japanese. She was like, "Ah!" And I was like, "Ah!" And we hung out in Japan too when I went, so that was cool. But yeah, there weren't many people from Japan. It's so hot out here. Texas weather, man. But it beats being in my room. No, it doesn't. I don't know why I'm out here. Yes. I went to this one like Valentine's Day party. Looking back, I should have dressed up fancier, but that was like inbounds and outbounds, like everybody, like the official people. And somewhere in there, you'll get your Rotary blazer. This is like a trademark of the Rotary exchange student. Oh my gosh, my phone is so hot. I look really bad right now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull up a picture of my blazer. So basically, the blazer, it's like a Rotary trademark kind of thing. And what the students do is, oh my gosh, you get pins like of your state or country or area, and you trade them. Where is it? You trade your pins. This is my blazer. I don't know if you can see this. I hate GoPro. You get, I'll show you, oh my gosh, I'll show it to you right now if I learn how to overlap voice and video. Here it is. I got a lot of pins from people from like all over the world, like the other exchange students, and stuff that you buy. You know, I bought some stuff in Japan to put on my blazer. Some people go crazy and like deck their blazers out to the max and like pin like pieces of like trash on it. This one guy, oh my gosh, I don't know if I still have a video of his blazer, but it was crazy. I changed it. I put like lace on it. I thought it was not feminine enough for me. It was kind of like so big. So I added, before I even went on exchange, I added lace and like teddy bear buttons instead of like the gold buttons they had, and like this cute little bow. But it had like a patch on it. I know, it's kind of like a uniform, but not, you don't have to wear it all the time. You wear it to, like, while you're abroad. You wear it to like all the meetings you'll go to and stuff. I'll probably have to make a separate video about that, like Rotary exchange student duties or whatever. That would make sense. It's so hot, guys. Jeez. Is it just me, or like, of course it's me. Anyway, yeah, you'll get a blazer, man. It's cool. Blazers. Buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Here. Come on. Sit. Sit down. You my friend. Jerk. Yeah. So, what was I even saying? I think I was talking about the party. It was like a Valentine's Day party. And there's like flag ceremonies where like the inbounds, yes, not us, the inbounds, like the other foreign students, like carried in their flags. And I think we had like mini flags They had like big flags. We had little mini flags of the countries we were going to. Everything's different depending on what country you're in. Yeah, I'll talk. Whatever. So after like the orientations, which are like not boring meetings. I mean, they're important, but they're just kind of like meetings. And you get to meet the kids. There's an orientation camp, which is more of like a fun setting. And I think we went to, it wasn't Piney Woods, I don't know, some like log cabin camp. Did we sleep? Yeah, we slept there. Yeah, it was like a log. What the? No. Wasps. They just went. I think it's gonna rain soon. I should probably wrap this up. Yeah, orientation camp is fun. Like I said, I don't know what your country or state does. This is what Texas does, y'all. Okay? Texas. We did a camp. And we did like games. I don't really remember. It was fun. I mean, and they had students from previous years who had studied abroad come and give us like advice or whatever. That was I'm about to like go off to a tangent, but I'm not gonna do that because I'll throw shade on the Rotary Club in another video, okay? That is what I'm saying, girl. Like, whatever. Okay. After the camp, you go home and you think about your life. Oh, there's like so much more stuff than just this, and this is like already a long video. So, I'll make another video about what happens after you've completed all the big stuff. Like how to prepare for your journey to the land of the rising sun. Okay. Yo, please do not hear. I'm in the middle of a video. Thank you. So after the camp, during camp, maybe between camp and your departure date, oh my gosh, you will get information on your host families, your host school, your Rotary host club in, your foreign country. Let's just say Japan, your Rotary club in Japan. And like people will like contact you because you've given your information out on the sheets and stuff. And my host sister was the first person to contact me, and I was like so excited. Got to see the family, and I asked about them. So anyway, there's still a lot of things you have to do. What the? Am I stinky? Maybe it's because it's so hot out here. That is pretty much the lowdown, hoedown, throwdown of how to become a Rotary exchange student, specifically to Japan, Nihon, land of the rising sun, Nippon, Japon, littest country ever. Yes, that's the basics. That's the basics. If you have any questions, shitsumons, preguntas, leave them down in the comment section below. I hate doing that. I don't want to be like every other basic YouTuber, but just, do that. Do. Like, comment, and subscribe for more quality content, guys. Yes. Sorry about not posting like weekly. I skipped a week, sue me, whatever. There's not much to do it's so awkward talking to yourself in front of the camera. Like, this is a big step for me, you guys. I'm used to just like going around like, you know, the trademark peace sign then dab, because I'm so awkward. That's the video. If you have any questions about specifics, I might do like a Q&A based off of like a Rotary, I'm so tired, Rotary Youth Exchange Q&A. Hashtag Japan. Is that a hummingbird? Let's just keep it specifically for Japan, because I don't know about other countries. You know, obviously it's called Heisei Japan, not Heisei Uganda, or like Heisei Belgium, Heisei Switzerland, Heisei Thailand, Heisei Saudi Arabia. As you guys know, ew, I will take you downtown Houston. As you guys know, I finally have an Instagram. Woohoo! I didn't want to get one because of multiple reasons. Like, one, I knew I'd be obsessed. Two, I didn't want to see what my friends are doing because I'd feel left out because I live out in the middle of nowhere. Three, like, it's just like another social media. Like, they're all the same, man. Like, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. Why do I have to have all three? Why can't there be just one? But like my Japanese friends, they all use it, and like for 2 years they'd be like, do you have Insta? Do you have Insta? Do you have Insta? I'm like, pfft. And finally, I finally got one. So next time they ask, be like, yes, here it is. By the way, if I have not met you in person, face to face, I probably won't, definitely not, will not follow you back. Sorry. Shoot! On the occasion I will follow my subscribers back is if like I somehow like in the future have like a meetup or something. And if like I meet you face to face, then I will follow you back. But one rule for me right now is like I don't want to follow people who I don't know. I know you guys are interested in seeing my life, so that's why, or like Japan, like that, you know, I'll pretty much just be posting like Japan related stuff, like, oh, that's so nice, yeah, like cosplays, you know, I like to cosplay, whatever. So don't be offended if I don't follow you back, or if you message me, I probably won't message you back. Sorry, like I love you, but don't take it personal. Don't be offended, okay? Don't be a soy boy. Don't be a snowflake, okay? I am sorry. I wish I could follow all you guys, but I just get like lost in like all these people, and you know how. So like, so yeah. I want to go into the AC because it's so hot. I'm not an outdoorsy type of person. If you can tell, count how many times in the video I freaked out at a bug, you know. Take a shot every day. Just kidding, don't do alcohol. I think it's time to say bye-bye, see you later. So, bye-bye, see you later.